Who are you?
I am Daina. I am a property manager at Annandale.
What was the biggest learning curve when you first started in leasing at CobdenHayson, and how did you find your feet?
I think the biggest learning curve was probably adapting to the fast-paced environment. There's always so much going on every day, especially in leasing with, the volume of inquiries, applications, meeting people, juggling inspections. There was a lot to do, and as the first step into real estate, it was a lot. I think I found my feet. I had good support when I started as well, very supportive team and management, and yeah, I think that was really what helped me find my feet and actually settle into the role.
How did working in leasing shape the way that you think about property and people today?
It sort of taught me all the essentials that you need to know when going into real estate. Also, it taught me that it's not just transactional, it's more personal, like you're replacing homes with people, and I think it also just sharpened my ability to communicate and manage expectations, and that also assisted a lot with property management now. That experience carried into property management, where now I take a more balanced approach and understand both owners' goals and tenants' experiences and try to align them as best as I can to ensure all parties are always happy and try and be a people pleaser.
What was the conversation or moment that made property management feel like the right next step for you?
I think for me, the shift was more so when I realised that I liked, talking to people, helping people, being involved. And I more so wanted, instead of that short-term, initial base with tenants, I wanted to expand that onto, building longer lasting relationships with owners. And during leasing, I enjoyed building relationships, helping people, meeting new people. And I just felt as though property management felt like a natural progression from there, and it allowed me to take more ownership and accountability and build trust with clients, and I felt that that was the next best step for me given what skills I'd started off with there.
So how would you describe the difference in the relationship you have with clients now compared to when you were in leasing?
I think my relationship now with clients are a lot more deeper and stronger in comparison to when I was in leasing. With leasing, it's a lot more turnover with dealing with tenants and clients, whereas property management, you're there from start to finish with them, you're there to guide them. So I do feel as though my relationships are a lot stronger and more meaningful now.
What does being an exceptional property manager mean to you? What does that look like in practice?
Being an exceptional property manager is about being on the forward-thinking approach and being on the front foot of everything. It's hard to, but anticipating issues before they arise, having a high level of attention to detail, and essentially just protecting the client's asset as best as you can. At the end of the day, that's what we're here to do. And having a good, knowledge of legislation is very important too with day-to-day management.
So if you could go back in time until your 2023 self, something about the journey ahead, what would that be?
I'd probably tell myself to just relax and take a deep breath. It was very fast-paced starting out. I do think it's taught me a lot. I would also say that everything with all roles in real estate come and teach you with experience. There's a lot of challenging situations, but that's sort of what builds you and strengthens your skill sets. So probably just relax, absorb, and everything will be okay.